So the other day I posted a picture of this nice bench here, something new's been added, and I'm here talking to Mr. Junnila, right?
Junnila, yeah.
Yep. About another new thing that's been added here in our community, and that is wireless internet all along this street here at Market.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, actually, that's true. It's along Market up to City Hall, and actually it's gotten a little bit bigger because of the partnership has grown a little bit between Rotary, the Grand Forks, the Boundary, and the credit union. So now it's not just along Market, it goes over to Gyro Park and the library.
That's really good.
And two at the campgrounds. So the campgrounds now have full coverage for free wireless also.
Wow.
That's pretty good, actually.
That is pretty good, yeah. So I'm just, as we talk, I'm getting my laptop up here, and we're going to look at what I have to do to log on, and it would be Rotary free Wi-Fi zone?
That would be true.
Which means he's with Rotary.
That's true.
Okay, so how did you get into this? How did this come to Grand Forks?
So last year, I did basically this in Peachland. I'm part of the Peachland Rotary. And the president at that time said, you know, what kind of project could we do for the community? My career was down in California. I'm from there, and it was with the world's largest manufacturer of telecommunications gear. And I said, well, wireless seems like a natural for me because I had it throughout my business career. And I said, let's put in a wireless zone. So we did. It was very, very successful. And Wendy at the Boundary, or somebody on the board, had saw a news article from CBC about it and gave me a call and said, what about Grand Forks? And I said, I'd be happy
Wendy.
to. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think it's a really important thing, especially, you know, and I was talking to a few people in town today, including the mayor. It's good for small towns because, first off, we're a compact, our downtowns are compact, so it's easy to build it out.
Right.
Economically.
Yeah, for small towns, yeah.
Exactly. You know, Winnipeg, Calgary, where I was born, to do it downtown, I mean, you're talking enormous amounts of infrastructure. Here we can get away with just a small amount, relatively inexpensively, and get some good coverage. For Rotary, the reason I brought it up for Rotary was to get Rotary's name in front of a different age group, quite frankly.
Okay.
So now a kid who has a cell phone will see the word Rotary, and it's not just on the town clock.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I appear to be online here. It's just welcome to the Grand Forks Rotary Free Zone, usage terms. Okay, because of that little interruption, due to failure on my part, we're just going to hope that we can pick this up, and we'll start off with this whole thing again. I have logged on to the Wi-Fi connection here, and I've agreed to the terms. Very first time, right? That's it?
Yep. No, every hour.
Okay.
You have to re-agree.
Okay.
So we knock you off. So we get rid of what we call our Wi-Fi hobos who hang around,
camp out,
camp out.
Yep.
And all you need to do is re-agree.
Okay. So every hour you'll have to re-agree, and you have 6 connections. You were saying
6 access points. Yeah. And it's in a mesh, so it's not really you have to be in any one location. Pretty much anywhere downtown.
And if you're mobile, you can just keep walking. It'll pass you off just like the cell phones do.
Yeah. You and I probably could walk all the way to the library. I haven't tested that, but basically all the way, as long as we didn't take a dog leg.
Right.
And probably never lose connection.
Okay. So Rotary's doing this. I'm sure that people out there are going to want to know who's paying for this.
So it was Rotary money and a donation from the credit union.
Okay.
So basically, between the two of us, basically between the two organizations, we've paid for all the radios. My time and my design time is obviously just in kind from Rotary, and so there's no charge for that. And the city is donating the time to get the radios up on the poles, since I don't climb poles and hang radios near those high tension wires.
I'm sure that the taxpayers would love to hear that. That's
Yeah.
something that the city is really not financially tying us into.
Yeah, and we're leveraging the internet connection is leveraged through the city, but that's piggybacked off of what they have.
They have the fiber network.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's not. There really isn't an additional cost to having the network here.
Because you're already paying for that fiber bone and the connection to the web.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's working. Hey, 15 millisecond ping. That's better than I have at home.
It should be as good as, if not better than everybody has at home around here, I would think.
That's good. So you've been working on this with the town since the winter, you said?
Yeah. So I think the first meeting that I had with the Boundary, the school district, and Doug Allen, who came from Peachland, so I coincidentally already knew him, because he was helping get the Peachland one set up. I want to say just after Christmas, so January. It was definitely winter months. Okay. I definitely remember the wintry drive. And then, and I needed to sort of scope out what the town was looking for, and what, because putting in a wireless, you just don't put it in if it's not, you have to have a problem to solve.
Right.
And so meeting with the Rotary, our problem was, if you will, getting the Rotary name and image out there to a broader group of folks.
Right.
And so that's the value I sold to the Rotary group, and this is important for us in our membership drive and so on and so forth. And then it's, from the school district and the town standpoint, it was providing a service to, the community as a whole. And that community is the same people we care about too. Obviously, Rotary does lots of things in all the towns that support the community. So we found that, the Market Street, the City Hall area, to Gyro Park, and after a couple of meetings, and phone meetings also, and the campground, we found that those were the critical areas that were identified. And we initially said, well, Rotary can pony up enough for 3 radios downtown, and so we were going to do City Hall in this area, which we did. And then at the tail end, with I think some work with some local Rotarians and generosity with the credit union, they came in and sort of matched the amount of radios and said, this is a great project. And they came up and said, can we get 3 more? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. And we just had to work, the expansion out, and we got them in. We sent them to the city and to Wayne, who's helping me here, and they started implementing them very, very quickly, and they got them all up within a couple of weeks of receiving them, I think. So yeah. So
that's really, it's really nice that we have community groups, community-spirited groups like the Rotarians, the credit union, businesses.
Yeah.
that take the time, put in the effort and the money, and hey, carry us all onto the internet like this downtown as we carry ourselves around. I just looked at my numbers here. I have a download speed of 1.72 megabits per second. It's a bit slower than my ADSL at home, but I have a high speed, really, really high speed saw, so I wouldn't even talk about that. But I have an upload speed of 1.42 megabits per second, and that beats the crap out of my ADSL at home. I'm a bit far away from the switch.
Yeah. So basically, what we've set up on the access points is is that if the network is busy, you'll be limited to 500 kilobits per second. So about a third as fast as all the numbers that you just had.
Yeah.
But if it's empty, we allow what is called turbo boost, which use a bit more. And so we guarantee you about 500 kilobits per second, which is about the average home user, that's on the lower end. And upload and download is always a little bit different because there's some weird calculations depending on some technical packet sizes and so on and so forth. Anyway, the point being is for a person coming in, downloading email, checking, responding, they're going to find that this is as quick as lightning, and it's really going to get them, the stuff that they want right away. You can stream fairly well too, I think. Are you going to start streaming?
We'll just see this.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not. Nobody's going to be watching it live, but we'll see how it goes while we talk. So, are you from California originally, or are you from Canadian who ended up?
I'm a Canadian who moved down to California to work for a large telecommunication company called Cisco.
Cisco, yeah.
Yeah.
As they used to say, they're the backbone of the internet.
And they still are the backbone of the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, they. I think that they're about 80% of all the hardware on the backbone of the internet worldwide. So, yeah. They have some very, very serious gear, and interestingly enough, the gear that we spec'd out here is from a company called Meraki.
Okay.
And last year Cisco bought them, so it's actually Cisco gear. And I was talking to some of the technical guys here in town, and they really, really love the gear because it's easy to install, it's easy to use and operate and manage. And it's really as simple as it gets, to put in a high-end system.
So how many other small communities have done this?
So Peachland and Grand Forks are the ones I've been involved with. What I'm doing is writing a blueprint and providing it through Rotary clubs. I will help a Rotary club because for me, it's what I can do through Rotary, and I think that there's a value to Rotary doing this in well, not necessarily just small towns, but even in a big town, in a Calgary or a Winnipeg, there's a Rotary park somewhere, and often they're gathering places, and if that's the only place where the wireless was, that would be all right too in a big town.
Yeah, in a big town.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and basically, it's putting together the cost and that sort of thing. Oh wow, jumping cheese.
So, you can't see it, but I'll try and attach this later on. We're actually doing a live broadcast on air to the web through the free Wi-Fi provided by Rotary, the credit union in the city. This is amazing.
That is pretty good, eh?
Yeah. Now, if only the camera had good backlighting compensation.
Well,
webcam.
That's my white shirt. I'll blame it on my high contrast shirt.
But so we're here talking with Mr. Junnila from the Peachland Rotary. He's responsible for putting in this free Wi-Fi that we're using right now in downtown Grand Forks to talk to you. And let's see.
Bought some of the neatest little things, some from Marcella, some for...
This is amazing. So, television broadcasting right off the street.
Yeah.
For almost free. I mean, I had to pay for my own equipment. That's pretty good.
Yeah, wow. Sorry. No free computer equipment yet.
Gee, okay. Well, I don't seem to have a problem with that.
Yeah.
The 21st century has really hit Grand Forks with this. This is just an amazing little development for our little town. And thank you for coming here and helping us out.
No problem at all.
Thank you, Wendy, for bringing him here and noticing that little piece, keeping aware of what's going on out there, outside of Little Bird. And hey, Grand Forks, check it out. You're downtown, visiting with your friends, your relatives from out of town. they can keep in touch, check their email, and whatever they want. It's the web.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy it.
Okay.
Thanks.
You.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So, you know what? I didn't hit start broadcast.
Oh.
This is bad. We'll just do the broadcasting yourself. Okay, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We'll start it all over. For the folks watching on the camera, they can see what a failure I am here, but we're broadcasting live to the web from the brand new benches and planters here in front of Value Drug Mart, and we're doing it on the free Wi-Fi brought to us by the Rotarian Club, Grand Forks Credit Union, backbone of the city, going out to the web, and to do this hasn't cost me anything. It's free. Free! Well, no cost to me anyways, directly.
Not for the broadcast.
No, not for the broadcast. No, this is quite the development here in Grand Forks. I'm impressed. I hope you're impressed, and I hope that you take advantage of this. Tell your visiting neighbors and friends from far places, that they can check their email and send their email and check the web and surf and read the news and whatever they want to do in downtown Grand Forks, all the way up to the campground and the library.
Yep.
In Gyro Park.
Yeah. And shoot a live video too, by the way.
Yeah, and shoot a live video, provided there's not too many users. But hey, we'll see how this works out. Thank you very much.
No problem at all.
Okay. I think you got it. I'd like to say I'm normally not this discombobulated, but unfortunately...
Well, you know, the sun's out, you're distracted, I understand.
Ah, geez.